My name is Eric Morrill, and I'll be talking about one principle in particular today, principle number 2, creative ecologisms, Pinus monophylla, and then the building in question. Starlight is older than planet Earth. Starlight falls down in the high mountains and hits rocks and trees and other things, then bounces back towards space or kicks around in our atmosphere for a little fun. In dry climates, water is a primary concern for life. In all climates, water is a concern for life, but in dry climates especially when it is dry, we need water, and other things need water too. Pinus monophylla, the pinyon pine, works hard to find water. Its taproot plunges like a mine shaft into the earth, crushing rocks that resist it with many tons of compressive force and great determination. The pinyon jay and the pinyon pine have a symbiotic relationship as the bird caches pine nuts underground, later only recovering up to 70% of the nuts that it has hidden. This is the mechanism by which pinyons are planted. During the boom years of the major 19th and early 20th century mines in Nevada, these pines were combusted into a primitive charcoal and used to fuel the mining machinery. Yet they have regrown. The building is to be designed for a miner and his brother's wife. The miner closely resembles a pinyon pine, rugged, resilient, south-facing, with roots running deep. The house will be a makeshift mine shaft, functional, personalized through use, built of inexpensive materials, and having a short life expectancy. The hillside in question has already been mined, and the land was cheap. The miner is of modest means and must find much for free. Materials might be refurbished, reclaimed, reused, repurposed, recycled, secondhand, stolen, or on overstock. The miner's brothers, and the miner's brother's wife's use of the building is principally for collective cooking and informal meals, sleeping, and keeping clean and orderly when they're not downhill. But also for the reading of the newspaper and the family books, for listening to music in the evenings, invariably culminating in a moment of stargazing, and for intimate purposes. An existing retaining wall lies on site, and its use will reduce dollar and environmental costs. In keeping with the miner's love of gardens, we will turn it green and let it grow, and everything about it will be agricultural. A low-tech constellation simulation system powered by photovoltaic cells will provide stars on nights with cloud cover. These should be designed not to perturb bird biorhythms. The miner prefers to sleep in an east-facing room into which morning light would fall. The size of this room, the miner reports, is irrelevant, as he once spent a season sleeping in a bucket. The miner's brother and the miner's brother's wife prefer to sleep in a room with a skylight. They laugh and say they will decorate this room with their gaudy junk. The client has requested at a low cost or to be built out at a later date, in addition to energy-reducing features, a public drinking fountain, an iron algae bloom pool, and a biochar oven.